Hello again, this is Roberto Matthews. The last time we created this little blogger um, gallery, photo gallery, and what we did was we put a previous and the next button here so that we can loop through all of these, okay? What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you uh, how to make it run automatically, and I'm going to throw in a couple of bonuses in there for you too. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to show you how to do is how to make it uh, go automatically. So if I'm going to have it go automatically, I personally don't want to have these buttons right here. I always get my CSS and my HTML comments mixed up. It happens. Okay, so now the buttons are gone. And now the next part is really simple. All you're going to do is add to this next function here, set interval, and then we're going to tell it that we want the interval for next to happen over, and you can make it anything. We can make it 4 seconds, 10 seconds, but I'm just going to go ahead and do 4 seconds. We're going to update that, and then we're going to refresh, and we're going to count to 4 here, and there comes the next one, and there comes the next one. So that little automatic is really simple to do. All it's doing is at every 4 seconds it's just running the function over and over again. So it's basically just like having an automatic next button right here. Now the next part that I'm going to show you, which is the bonus, is how to actually do this with a fade and not to really do anything extra with the JavaScript and do the fade. But before we do that, we're going to also show you how easy it is to change these images right here, and also how easy it is to add one more image. So what we're going to do is first we're going to change an image, and the image I want to change is an image I have from Dropbox. I'm just copying the public link here, and I'm going to refresh this with the public link, and then basically refresh it here, and when we go to the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and then the last one should be from Dropbox. And there we have it. And as you can see, it dynamically changes for the type of photo I have. Next thing we're going to show you how to do is how to just add another photo. So we're going to do this P5 here. We're going to also add a 6. So we're going to copy this, paste it here, and then we're going to add a P6 right here. This is also going to be P6. And then we're going to add another one here, P6. Actually, this next one, you don't actually have to do anything, because since we're going from the I -1, even if I change this to 100, it doesn't matter. And I'll show you that right now. Actually, let's bring back this. Let's bring back these buttons real quick so we can go through it quickly. Update, refresh, and now here's our previous one. And there's our next one. You see? And if I go to this right here, it goes back to the next one. Very nice. So we can actually do both. We can actually go backwards and have it automatically continue on if we want to see something in particular. Very nice. So now we've done that, we're going to add fade in and fade out. Now fade in and fade out, let's update this to 5 and 5 since we just added one more. So fading in and fading out, actually we won't do it in the JavaScript. We're actually going to do it in the CSS. But you can't access the CSS at keyframes from within the HTML here. You have to do it in the style. So what we're going to do is to the template, and we're going to do customize. We're going to go to advanced, and then we're going to go down to add CSS. And as you can see, I've already have some CSS from um, some other posts that I've created. So here we're going to just create an at keyframes, and we're going to call it fade. Okay, and then within fade we're going to do now we're going to do 4 seconds. So what I want for the 4 seconds is I want 1 second of fade in, 2 seconds of staying on, and 1 second of coming off, and when it goes through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 0%. Opacity is going to be 0, so it's going to come in from fading out from no opacity, and we're also going to do that 4 times. And then here we're going to do at 50%, I'm sorry, at 25%, we're going to do opacity 1. Then at 75%, we're going to do opacity 1. That way it's going to maintain all the way through. And then at 100%, we're going to do 1 again. 0 again. Okay? So basically, we're going from 0 to 25%, and then from 25% to 75%, and 75 to 100%. Now, how did I get these numbers? Basically, I just did 100 divided by 4, and that's what gave me the 25%, so that I can do 25% cuts. Okay. Now, once we do that, once we have the fade, or we're going to call it fader, once we have fader keyframe all set up, then all we have to do is access it. So we're going to apply this to the blog. We're going to go back to the blogger, and the rest is just CSS. So we're going to apply that keyframe to the image. So we're going to do animation. We're going to call in the fader. We're going to go over 4 seconds, and the reason I chose 4 seconds is because our loop takes place over 4 seconds, and then we have to set it for infinite. That way it happens every time a new picture comes up. So we'll do that. We'll refresh here, and there's our animation. Very nice. And of course, if I go to previous, oops, it goes to the next one. So previous, previous, previous. So now, since the animation is happening over a 4 second span, it's going to synchronize with the change that we did for the set interval. And it looks pretty nice. Now with the buttons, of course, that's going to happen over 4 seconds also. And there we have it. Very nice. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and like, so that other people can take a look at how you can add a Blogger photo gallery